Hey, everybody. Welcome to the tortoise enclosure. We're outside today. What do you think? Can you see anything? Can you hear us? I don't know. This is a first for us.
Donkey vision.
Yeah, the background noise, the mic cuts a lot of that out. They don't really hear that. Yeah. So, Yeah, we're trying to figure this out. We don't have a good setup. Sorry. We got the dog out here, though. She's roaming around. Just filled the pond. The tortoise, however, he's not interested in coming out to play with us, I guess. So what's going on? I'll do my best to
Can you see that?
Not really.
Oh,
no.
Shoot.
If you can put those side by side, I can move over a little bit. I don't know. We got a mess going on, guys. We're trying to figure it out. Doug's moving chairs around over here so I can try to fit everybody in here. We're just trying to fit over here. Hey, Rob, good to see you. Hi, everybody. Don't know who's out there, but hi, how you doing? Say hi. Feel free. Yeah, put that like right there, just like that.
Right here?
Nope, sideways. Because I have to move the camera or whatever. Then
Moving
or
this
just
one
move
over.
this.
Yeah.
All
Put
right.
that there. We're almost there. Hi. I don't know what they can see. I can't even see that screen, that's why.
Ready? Watch out. No, you're good. Just watch out. I'm just going to move this over here.
Right.
And I'll readjust the camera if all you can see is a fence. See, I got a cord I have to contend with. That's my problem here.
Now it's going where? Oh, well.
Oh, well. It's hysterical. It's great. It's fantastic. I don't know. Can you hold that?
Yep. Hang on.
I'm about ready to go inside and be done. So, just so you know, because no. I'm done. I'm not sitting there. I can't sit there. That's not working. So,
where would you like to sit?
Nowhere. I'm going to stand because I can't sit here because it doesn't work. So you sit, I'll stand, and we'll go from there. How's that? I don't know. This is not working out. I'm not happy, camper, about how my computer shit is total crap lately. Hi, how's everybody doing? Why don't you come talk, people? I'm in a bad mood.
All right. I am too, because when you're in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood. And I can't see what they're seeing or what's going on.
Saying anything, no one's talking.
Right, well, that's good. Well, it is a nice day. No wind, sunny, low wind. And I went out this morning and came back, and we thought we'd come outside, and we started doing stuff out here that needs to be done, like water and things like that, waiting for the tortoise to come back out. And things didn't work out very well with the setup. And I can't see very well. Holy moly.
No, we can just unplug it and go back inside.
Yeah.
I'd be able to see. I'm not happy. I don't want to be doing all my lives on this Chromebook. I'm really unhappy with the situation, so
Well,
I don't know what to do. But this is very annoying. This is very uncomfortable, and I can't even tell if anybody's here or not because I can't see the screen. So
yeah, I can't either.
Out here is gonna work out. So I'm gonna start taking stuff in, and I'll come out and unplug in a minute. Just keep talking to people, I guess. I don't know. But this is not working. I can't. That chair is really uncomfortable and it's falling apart. I'm not going to sit in.
So anyway, things
Hey guys, think we're back. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here today. It's not working out. Now y'all are looking at, I don't even know what, my ottoman, I think. I have a tiny little screen here on this Chromebook. I hate it. I'm really having a miserable time going live here. Really not working out too well. I don't know. You guys want to see the birds? Maybe I can get the birds in focus, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Woodstock a little bit.
Oh.
There you go.
I don't know. Look at
Close
that.
enough.
Whatever.
Because Riley, you can't see him. He blends in so good. You see the other two birds sometimes. If you do.
Now I can't get back to chat.
Mm.
Like it matters. There you go. We're live.
All right, we're there.
In chat.
All
We got a
right.
picture. I think we're not muted. I don't know that anybody's here.
Well, Rob's here. He said 5x5.
Just making everybody dizzy, walking around in circles.
So we pushed Ellen pushed the time back, Rob, a little bit because people were coming in a little later, and we didn't want to have people there all day. We'd be getting all burned out, and then we want to stay and talk to more people. So we pushed it back, and this didn't work out well today. And Ellen's computer's not working with StreamYard. It says her browser is blocking things that are not blocked. They're open, and she's been working on it for like a day and a half, 2 days more. So we're on the little tiny Chromebook, and it's a pain in the butt to use. And the wind was coming up anyway up there, which would have when we settled out anyway this afternoon.
Yeah.
But I don't know how people do it. How do people do this online stuff? All the time. They use their cell phones to do it. How do they do it? We're trying to. Anyway.
I've had enough of it. I mean, I'm just like, I've been doing this since what, 8 o'clock this morning, and it's still not working. So.
Yeah.
I'm just really disgusted with it all.
I don't know if Woodstock's going to be really noisy or not. He is for a bit because we just came in. Settle down. At least say words. That's not a word. Yeah. Shh. Anyway, how's anyone and everyone doing? How are you, Rob? But I don't have an appointment tomorrow, and I thought I did, so that means I have the whole day really off, and I don't have to go to my physical therapy because it's not until next week because it's the second Monday, and the month's on Tuesday. So I'm thrilled not to have to get up and drive to Kingman, although I could use it. Anyway, I'm still trying to slow down my life. I'm still trying to, I need to start really seriously trying to meditate. It sounds sort of guru-ish to me when I say it, but I've done some of it before, and I need to slow down and do that. I need to start focusing inward. At least I realize it. So now I just have to force myself to make the time to do it. I already started by – did I talk about that before? Maybe not. When did I have my – not monster drink. No more energy drinks for me. And no more guns or buying of firearms. They don't need any more, don't want any more, don't have any need. But, I always want the next one. So, And the monster drinks, I just got to stop and drink something healthier. Everything I do a little at a time. I got to start slowing down. And that's what I think everyone needs to do, or many people anyway. So... But the world's going fast all the time.
Yeah, still people talking about that.
Well, the world goes fast anyway. I mean, in general.
What you do to your arm? It's all red.
Uh-oh.
Looks like something got you. Turn it this way. You got a white spot right there in the
Oh,
middle.
my God. I think I'll probably die. I just don't know when. I don't know what that is.
Looks like a bite.
It's not, though.
No.
It's like a... I don't know. Anyway, I don't think I didn't know it was there, so it can't be too bad. It can't be life-threatening, can it?
Oh, I don't know. I guess you'll find out. Doesn't itch, huh? Your arm's all
Nope.
red though.
No,
You got a
it
big
doesn't
white
itch at all. I
spot.
think I might have got burned. I think that was a hot shell that came off in
Yeah, your hand too.
Tom's
The
gut.
back of your hand.
No, that's my thing. I didn't
Oh.
think of that.
Well, you're a mess.
No, leave me alone on camera here. Let me show you my body, people. Those shells are really hot, the brass.
Yeah.
And I was picking them up trying to catch them because Tom reloads, and man, they come out that hot.
Well, don't you do that like after the fact?
There's a fire
like,
in
do
there.
Like some kind of cleanup before.
Well,
you
we
leave?
tried. No, these guys are anal about their reloads, and they grab their brass off the ground right now. So they reload and they're anal about it.
I didn't know.
Yeah, no, you really have to do it a lot. Oh yeah, I'm scraped up a bit.
Yeah.
I
you're
think
a
from
mess.
the fence when I went up to the horses, I caught myself on a sharp piece of fence. That's all.
Yeah, there's one out there. I need a pair of pliers to bend
Yeah,
it.
bend it down. We got to bend it down. But I don't know. I'm not too concerned. I'm not dead yet. So.
There you go.
But you did steal my drink and took it somewhere.
Oh, I know where it is. I'll
Okay,
get
thank
it.
you.
I left it right here.
We'll have to figure something out outside. You know, we'll have to make an area and figure it out. We can even use the fly we have and stuff on the fence out there. We could do a lot, make a little outdoor studio. But
Yeah, it'd be nice. I'm just tired of not having what
maybe
I
you need to get a laptop and retire this to me to search stupid stuff on
Maybe.
to Google on.
Because, I mean, this isn't
And
working.
you just get a
and
laptop
doesn't have enough
that you
for
can
what I
take around
need,
and use everything on. A new, like medium. Didn't have to be a hot shot, just a normal.
Yeah,
laptop.
I don't need a lot. I just need it to run stuff, and I need it to talk to things, and I need it to not crash on me all the time.
Well, I'm not going to guarantee any of that.
You know, like I said, you got to force me to use technology, make the damn shit work. I'm not even stupid. And I read instructions.
You are not forced to do anything.
No, this is true.
You could sit here staring at the walls.
I could. Yep.
I think you will someday.
I did for a long time. It was pretty boring. And now I'm doing this and it's just frustrating. So
boring and frustrating. What do you want? You don't want to
somewhere in the middle.
Frustrated and bored. It's nobody with life.
No, it's not.
Oh.
So, you know.
Well.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not sure. Should I do a 24-month countdown come June or not?
For what?
For not working. June, it'll be 24 months till I can retire.
Really?
I'll be 60 and 62. So 24 months. I can do a countdown.
Go ahead. Just make your head hurt.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to be done in that month, but I'm still on the downslide. You know, you're old when you're on the downslide, waiting for retirement.
You're just jealous of your brother and sister.
Yes, I am. I'm very jealous. My brother has to wait till May now.
Well,
He's screwed another month. But
there you go.
oh, and Tom today, we're out with Tom and Chuck and myself and I forget the other fellow's name. He says the other fella, we want to go to lunch to Meadview tomorrow. They take the side by side. It takes like 2 hours to get to Meadview because they go all off road. And Meadview's a town just up the road from us. They go there for lunch, and he looks at me and says, "You're not invited. You do that work thing. This is not for you." I'm like, "Screw you, Tom."
That's not nice.
Hey, he helped me dial in the little carbine. He did a real good job helping me. So he helped me a lot.
Good.
He helped me a lot today, getting that thing dialed right in, so it's right on. So anyway,
you know.
yeah. Now I'm frazzled because of our outside thing.
Yeah, me too.
I can't get back on track.
Were we on track to start with?
I was on track.
I don't think that's true.
You were off the rails. I was on track.
I was doing fine. I was working all
day. You haven't
day.
done fine for 3 days with this computer. Let me tell you.
I haven't thrown anything at the wall yet. And I've been cooking dinner every night for you. So, yeah. So as far as you're concerned, I'm right on track. That's all you need to know.
I don't know if you cook dinner every night. Nice
for the last 3 nights, you've had food. All right. You had a nice dinner last night.
Yes. I did.
You know,
nice
tonight,
yeah.
I don't know. You gave all our leftovers away, so now you're just going to have to
a whole
suffer.
piece of lasagna. You told him, don't eat that, boy. Our son Adam was over and he had some lasagna and salad with us last night.
And he liked it a lot.
He liked it. I said, yeah, if you want that last piece, eat it because I don't want to put it away. I didn't want to put it in Tupperware. It was kind of sloppy. By the end, pieces more mushy and disemboweled and yeah,
God.
It was what do you call it? Deconstructed
lasagna.
It was a scoopy thing, and he ate it good, so I didn't have to put anything away. And he's skinny anyway.
He is skinny.
So we can't have that, but we have salad.
Yeah, make something to go with salad.
You never had your meatball sub?
No, I did not. Meatball sub for me and salad for you.
Fat. You say I'm fat? Is
You're
that it?
fat.
That's it. Back to the Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts. Yeah, we haven't had those in a long time. Those aren't good for you.
They're in there. It's almost on hand in case I have an attack.
Oh, I see.
Oh, so.
Yeah, so anybody out there getting weather, I know it's been going around. Still heading towards the East Coast, but I don't think it's supposed to go past New York. I think the New England's going to get mostly spared, but even Florida's had weather, like bad weather, you know, and more tornadoes where they don't belong and things and stuff. And I don't know. Still messing with it, I guess.
I don't know. We're supposed to have zigzag weather here.
What does that mean?
70-something degrees
down,
one day
down.
and 50-something the next day.
Oh, yeah.
One of them.
My sinuses are going to hate me.
Yeah. And it actually rained on me on Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't get rain. We just had wind, and more wind.
Snowed on Thursday.
Not here.
On Wallapai Mountain. I was up the mountain with Rod doing that termite job, and it was snowing like a son of a gun on us. It was pretty, real pretty. Big pine trees and snow.
Yeah. Pine trees and snow. They're a combo.
Yeah. It was good. It went in easy. We went there. I went to the lodge, had lunch. Good work with the boss. We're going back and forth buying lunch stuff. His turn, my turn, his turn. We buy each other lunch while we work together.
Rolling meatballs. See, Rob's having meatballs.
Rolling meatballs.
Yeah.
Rolling meatballs.
He's still listening.
We got
listening to us. Yeah,
we got some meatballs in there. We were going to do this. The meatball. I put it together because I think Ellen was working on the computer, and
that's when I was locked out of PayPal, I believe.
Oh, Jesus! And
it's been a week of crap for me with this tech. I can't wait for the 7th.
Why?
Because then Mercury goes direct, and there'll be no more fussing with the computer. There'll still be communication issues, but the computer ought to let up.
I don't know. I'm going to have to call tomorrow and try to see if I can get any help from the VA to get back into my website because I can't get into the veteran website because they don't like my phone number.
Everybody's locked out everything.
They don't like my phone number. It's not associated with me. It's the only one I've had. But
it's just.
I'm hoping to make a phone call tomorrow and cry to someone like an old person or like an old veteran.
I haven't even heard any good, they found somebody else doing bad fraud that they're going to. Well, they did say they were going after Pelosi. Well, not specifically her, but all the suspiciously wealthy sitting elected officials in Congress and all.
Do you think they're worried? Do you think they just think they're above it all anyway? Screw you, never get us.
Well, I think they were thinking that because they have the judges that were doing what they were doing, but now they're taking the judges and saying, yeah, you don't have the power over the president of the United States, sir, from district court, whatever. And no, that doesn't fly. So try again. So I think they might be getting.
So they're doing that because I wondered because they were talking. You always get the president of the United States does something, decrees an order, and whether I like him or not, and then some district judge out of District 19, Virginia, says no, you can't do that, and it sticks. And I'm like, who's got more power, a district court judge or the president of the United States?
Well,
it seems like it should have to start at the Supreme Court.
They're asking.
It seems the president should be ruled by the Supreme Court if there's anyone who needs to make a ruling on that. It seems like it should be a higher court than Joe Schmo, District 19.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're saying. But,
not
all of them are getting away with, that happening.
What do they call it? Lawfare and stuff?
Law. Yeah, like warfare, but lawfare. Yeah.
Yeah, like, they're using everything they can,
So I don't know. But yeah, they're all doing things. They're just keeping on doing stuff. There's banking stuff going on. I've been seeing. I stopped clicking them, but they're closing bank accounts again without telling people, and they're still messing with everything. Silver took a dive, but I guess gold kind of stayed. But silver's still over 30, I believe. So it was over 34, and then it went back down to like 32 or something like that.
That's back down to 32. It's still fine. I'm good.
That's
with
what
that.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Who was I talking to? Oh my goodness. Someone that didn't know too much about, following precious metals. And they said, they say that silver is supposed to be up way closer to gold, like half the price of gold. And I'm like, they say that a lot. Maybe it will, but it's.
I'm just moving the camera.
Oh, okay. I thought you were listening from.
No,
I was quiet. Sorry.
I'm just trying to
Who
see
was
what
I
I'm
talking
looking
to? I
at.
can't remember now. I talked to so many people at work. It's probably.
But it's got a big delay.
Oh, on the moving. Yeah.
Hi, Maria.
Oh no, Maria.
Oh yeah, no pants.
No pants.
Not
Picture in the
happening.
attic.
It's probably hot down there. I don't know what this camera's doing. It's not minding itself here.
What's the matter with it?
It's got such a delay. I can't see what they're looking at. So I
You're
move
looking
it.
at the birds.
I know, but see now it just moved again, and I'm not touching it. That's what I'm saying.
It's like a Ouija board.
I'm trying to get all three of them because they were all sitting there nice, but I can't see what I'm doing on that. That's just too small for me to see the picture.
Yeah, well, we're
I
gonna
don't
have
like
to work something
doing the
out,
vertical on this one
here.
because that's like smaller than a cell phone.
I thought this little Chromebook was dead, and we brought it back to life. So it's 3/4 dead anyway, and it's a Chromebook.
I know.
It's working as hard as it can, like my little car going to work.
That's what my problem is.
What?
Discord's trying to open. Hey, Ella, how's it going, girlfriend? Hope you're doing well down there. Packing. Are you packing?
Packing?
Yep.
She leaving?
They're trying to move her closer to Victoria and Nikki so that she can have, be closer to people and have a different place because she needs a bigger place.
Yeah.
And she'll have different palette options there too.
And is she in Florida now?
Yes. But I don't know. They're not close to each other. So, yeah. I closed it and it's open. And see, this is what my computer does. I hate that. I already closed this and here it is opening on me because, it just hates me. I just wanted to see the chat bigger. That's all. I just want to see the chat bigger. Yeah, I got a t-shirt on today, but yeah. It's only, it's 74 now. It's 3:00 in the afternoon, 74. It didn't get super hot here today. So, nice. It was nice.
It's been beautiful. I'll tell you, this morning was beautiful. Light wind. We were shooting 840 yards. And that's a long way. There's a lot of wind problems when you do that through the valley we're in.
Yeah, save here first is Ella. She'll pop in and pop out. She doesn't always stay. Sometimes she lingers and lurks. But Ella's one of my favorite salespeople. She's a good one. She's the one that got me a nice raid and got me 200 subscribers immediately.
Yeah, man. That was nice.
Hey, Carla, how's it going, girlfriend? Yeah, I heard Oregon's got some things going down too, weather-wise. They're all crazy in Oregon now, so overcast and drizzling. Yeah, that's what I heard. It's supposed to be going on that way. Yeah, the East Coast I say East Coast, but I mean like from Ohio on to the coast.
Eastern portion of the country.
It's just like a mess right now. I mean, north, south, east, west. They're just a mess there. Windy. Yeah, the wind let up on us finally.
Oh, we had days of it.
Yeah, since last Thursday when the tortoise came out was the last day.
Nice day.
And it was good until about 2-3 o'clock. And then he's like, yeah, that's enough of that. And he hasn't been back out since because of the wind.
You haven't either.
No.
So today, now look what happened.
Hey, Patricia. Hey, honey, you home yet? Or are you still with your kiddos? Big hugs to everybody. Glad you're safe now. So the tornado didn't get her. So that was a bonus.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's got the stuff and things going on, and if it's not that, then it's some kind of health issue, and if it's not that, it's some kind of
job. It's a mental health issue. That's me.
Well, mental health. That's a definite. I think 98% of the world has that right now. So they're doing a good job of that psyop they are, whatever one it is that they're using. We're all a mess. We're just all a mess. So, yeah, I don't know. We tried going outside. It didn't work out. We'll try again. I don't know. We need a definite better setup than what we tried to pull off today. So we only wanted to go outside today because my computer in the living room doesn't want to work. And I didn't want to be on the Chromebook in the house and not be able to see anything. So now we're on the Chromebook and the computer and I can at least see chat.
I can't. What are they saying?
Yeah, breathing is not fun with this weather. I'm guessing you have other reasons for it to be difficult. So I am sorry. Yeah, tomorrow, girlfriend, will you have a good, safe trip, huh? Safe trip. Take it slow. Just, stop for lunch and all that stuff. I am sure it has not been fun for you. I am so sorry. Lupus, yeah. I'm sorry, Carla Marie. There's a lot of people with a lot of things going on, man. It's not cool. What were they saying? Don't accept it. Don't believe it.
Yeah.
I know, but
I know. I'm thinking that. I'm thinking a lot about that whole stuff.
I mean, they say prayer works, and they've proven it scientifically that it works. And they only say 1% of the population is all it takes to change an area. So, you got to believe it. You just got to believe it and say, I'm not claiming it, and it's not today, Satan, as Ella says. Not today, Satan. That's it. She got it on a t-shirt. So she does. It's really, and do everything you can to eat as clean as you can, and do whatever it is you're supposed to do, and don't do what you're not supposed to do. I mean, I don't know what else to do anymore with that.
Well, you got to take small steps towards it. Well, I was talking about no more monster drinks, no energy drinks.
Whoo, girlfriend. Steps. 29 surgeries since she was 21. She's going to be 69 in June. She's your Gemini cohort.
Wow.
Good on you, girlfriend. You got the stamina, that's for sure, huh? Let's see if I can focus. Yeah, even Riley's giving you a whistle for that one. Yeah, it has been something, man. Yeah, it is just like Trump. There you go. Good for you. Good for you, Carla.
Fight.
Boy, yeah, I know. I've been trying too. Y'all know I'm the positivity queen, but wow, today I've just had enough. It's just been nonstop for me since Wednesday with the tech.
And it's still not right. It's just not right.
No.
I don't know what to do.
And I'm, like I said, I'm not stupid. I follow directions. I found systems in my computer I didn't know existed today. Following the prompts. It's like, and nothing works. It's not just my computer. It tends to seep out into the rest of the world these days. Nothing works. Oh, boy. Yeah, girlfriend, you just keep on keeping on. That's all I can say. Smile if you can. Smiling changes your DNA, believe it or not. Yep, I agree. I know 2025 is going to be interesting. Let's just leave it at interesting and not manifest anything like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Keep saying that. It makes me think.
Well,
No, it's all I can think of, he says.
I'm telling you. I fully expect to see that on TV any day now.
How do you do it, though? It's easier said than done. I mean, because that's what I realized. I can say it and I can know it but to live it is the difficulty to try to, and it's just day to time.
It's all fine and good as long as you don't have to interact with other humans, because that's when it all gets messed up.
I don't know about that. It does complicate it.
It definitely complicates things. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying really hard. I've had a much better attitude this past, I'd say, since January than I have in the past few years. So I would.
I'm just kidding.
I would.
You did good with this because you've been really frustrated with this last few days.
Yes, very frustrated.
And I feel bad because I had nothing. There's nothing I can do. It's gonna.
I think you may be right. It may just have to bite the bullet and buy a laptop.
Buy a decent laptop and start working off of it.
Exactly, Rob. It's like they just kind of like trickle right through your fingers, don't they?
What does?
Positivity moments. Like you get them, they're there, but then it's like, where'd it go?
Yeah, you got it.
Is it under the couch?
Savor them when you feel it, and when you feel good, you got to ride that into more good feelings.
Yeah.
It's hard though, right?
I know, and I try not to be a bummer. I'm trying hard to, I'm pulling my cards every day, and
what a buzzkill.
My Tiny Tin Pep Talk cards I've been pulling, and just trying, but it's like, okay, And then I'm like, okay, what's my lesson? And don't tell me patience, because I'm all done with
It's
that.
patience. I think it is
I'm all
patience.
done with that.
Good.
Hatchlings, what kind? Ducks, geese, chickens? What are you hatching, girlfriend? 30 new hatchlings. Spring has sprung.
Someone was
I'm
getting a
surprised
bunch
we
of
haven't seen
chickens. I
baby
knew.
goats. Well, I'm waiting to hear them complaining about the chickens coming to the post office.
Oh, that's right, because they ordered them.
Where do they order them from? I don't know. Some people around here order chickens online
Chickens
and they
are
get
us.
delivered to the
I
post
think
office.
they come FedEx to your house. Actually, but still, they come USPS.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody with baby goats, though. There should be baby goats going around here by now. The birds are singing up a storm, and I noticed we had a few Joshua blooms out there.
Starting,
Yep.
yep.
Starting.
Saw a lizard Friday. Scared me.
Oh, I haven't seen a lizard yet.
Yeah, I was behind Rickety Cricket.
Easter chicks.
A lizard come out and scared the bejesus out of me the way they like to.
Ah! Leghorn. Those are like the big longhorn ones,
Foghorn,
right?
Leghorn.
Yeah.
I said, boy.
That's what she's got. Leghorn mixes. Easter eggers. They lay colored eggs, I think. Like the greens and pinks and purples and whatever, you know.
Someone eat those.
Yeah, you can eat them. They don't. It's just the shell color.
Psychedelic eggs. They probably do acid.
I think the black chickens actually lay black eggs.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, though, black eggs.
Yeah. Very cool. Green eggs. There you go. Yeah. Baby gators. Not here. We don't have water. I haven't seen any. That's what I was saying.
No, usually
there's 150 of them in town here. Queen Creek. They haven't been Queen Creek done.
Yeah, everything's that's the center of the universe.
We don't want those. That's not a good incentive.
We got one creature from Queen Creek.
And we don't need another one. She's a brat.
We need to get a mini heifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of those long-haired, what do they call them? The Highlander cows. And the black and white sheep. But I don't think we live in the right climate for those guys. I think they'd be very unhappy here. Just like having a white horse, it would always be sunburned, you know?
Yeah. Maybe not.
But again, I'm not on Facebook, so I don't get to see all the posts either.
That's what you're probably missing. It's probably there.
It's not like people on YouTube are posting their baby goats on the regular. So
it might be.
It might be, but I'm not. No, I'm not in a goat group because I'm not really a giant goat fan. They're cute. I like to visit 15, 20 minutes and then move along while I still have shoes.
Goats.
Because remember that one tried to eat your shoe?
Yeah. Misty has good goats.
Yeah, Highlanders are just so cute. Yeah. But yeah, I don't need any more things to feed except a cat. I need a cat still. But other than that, we're just trying to do what we got to do. We have to find a new tenant now because our tenant's moving out.
Who wants to move here?
Anybody need a 4-bedroom house on 2 acres? I got one for rent.
Beautiful home.
It'll be available April 15th. It was supposed to be available July 15th. So at least it's only a short-term
April
break.
15th?
She's moving out April 1st.
Wow.
And I figured give us 2 weeks to get it
April
all
1st
together.
has already happened.
Oh, May 1st. I'm sorry, May
Okay.
1st. So May 15th it's available.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jesus, April 15th, like a week. I'd just go over there and start working then. Clean it up.
Yeah, well, it was, it's probably good that I'm off Facebook because I probably would just be fighting with people there based on what they, I hear from you. The comments. Doug's had to block some people recently.
Yeah, I put some people on hold, whatever, for 30 days. I unfriended a couple people. They no longer serve me, and I'm not going to, some people I'll accept their stuff and others I won't. So, no offense. No foul, no blood, no foul, no harm.
Really? Isn't that cool? Zimbabwe just removed all tariffs off the U.S.
Oh my God, the tariffs are going to kill us all.
Aha!
The tariffs are coming.
Delora O'Brien had a really good breakdown chart of all the tariffs. It was on 2 days ago, I think. Off the cuff. She's right here on YouTube. Check her out.
Off the cuff.
Delora O'Brien. And she had like this whole big chart. And she actually did it herself. She went and found all the stuff.
Facebook that.
Yeah, and basically what she was saying is that all the South American countries are pretty much 1-to-1. 10% is the basic tariff between us. And the countries that have been really kind of, they get the higher tariffs. So,
Well, the tariffs on us. There's plenty of countries that are 100%, 80% tariff. Yeah, crazy. And he's talking about lower ones. And these people already tariffed the snot out of us.
And who I don't know who was saying
Canada on their eggs and their bacon, everything that comes from Canada is
80% or something
severely tariffed
on all their dairy products.
So why are we doing that? Why don't we grow pigs here and dairy here? I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
They were charging us too much money to do it here, so people went to other countries, and then they were getting tax breaks. And that's like what Mexico did for a lot of our manufacturing companies. They said, if you come here, we'll take the tariff off of your things because we're not importing them. They're already in our country. So they could sell their goods in that country minus the tariff, plus not have to pay a whole bunch. They were making money.
Yeah.
But now that's going to stop. And because if they want to import their cars made in Mexico, even if they're an American manufacturer, they're getting a tariff on them. So, yeah, I don't know what the Vietnam tariffs are. I don't know. I do not know. YouTube and Rumble, of course you are, Rob.
That's why way back 19.
Of course you are, because you have brain cells.
What's he?
He subscribed to Delora on YouTube and Rumble.
Yeah, you want to be on Rumble.
Because on Rumble, she can say things she can't say on YouTube. So.
But the Subaru Brat back in 78.
I love those.
They put those little back seats in the Subaru Brat so they could call them a car, and it's some bi-recreational vehicle because the truck tariff was like 45%. Because the Japanese trucks were flooding the market, little Jap trucks. And so that's why they got away with putting a little truck together by making it a 4-seater. But, man, that's a scary ride. You ever ridden one of the plastic seats back? Oh, hang on, baby. Yeah, it's worse than a sidecar now. Nothing's worse than being in a sidecar on a motorcycle. Woo! Life flashes before your eyes. Anyway, so tariffs have been around forever, and everyone's freaking out like, oh, my God. Of course, the stock market.
Well, I like his external IRS versus internal IRS.
ERS. External IRS.
That works good for me. And they said that all the big chip manufacturers are coming back here, I think.
Well,
Arizona.
They're building plants. Biden started these plants allegedly in Phoenix years ago. I don't know, why are we not building chips here? And where do the potato chips come from?
Potato chips.
I want potato chips.
You had a Subaru Brat. They were cool.
Who
Rob.
God, Timmy Clark had one. My cousin Tim had 85. One. It was awesome. It lasted forever too. It was one of the newer ones with the little sunroofs. It wasn't the first version. I had a wagon. I had a 78 wagon Subaru.
My mother had that turquoise.
Yep, they came in
turquoise wagon forever.
Mine was
That's
gold.
The one that we had to use the strings to pull the clutch and a string for the windshield wiper.
Yeah, well,
we had,
mine had clutch and
wipers. If you had to do wipers and clutch at the same time, it got a little
hands on the wheel.
There's no, it was a little bit, the passenger had to pull the clutch.
You can't find a Brat now. They're expensive.
No, you can't find those things either. I love
they're expensive too, Volkswagen things. Yeah,
I love those. Yeah, they're hopefully going to bring cool cars back.
I want an American Eagle. You can't find them either. The 4-wheel drive Concords and Spirits. Oh, the AMC came out with American Eagle. You can't find them too much. More than the others, though.
I still want that Jeep truck.
The same one from the PX in 1987.
Yep. They had one sitting on the plaza in the PX in front of the post office.
It's a little Eliminator, right? The little Jeep, square little Jeep truck Eliminator.
So cool looking, nice and square everywhere.
Now, she was already driving a red Dodge pickup, but she liked that one.
I like that one. Put your arm out to signal. Yep, that was a Volkswagen van.
Sliding windows.
Oh, boy. Yeah, see, cars used to be good. Hello, Nikki. No, we started late. I moved it back because everybody comes late. So I moved it back half an hour. So you're right on time, girlfriend. All you missed was my hissy fit when we were trying to be outside and it wasn't working out. We had to drag it all inside and make everybody dizzy. Little red brat. Oh, with a gull wing. There you go. Gull wing sunroofs. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Nikki, you're in trouble anyway, man. These auctions have to stop. I think everyone's going to have a heart attack and die with your auctions. Oh, no.
And I was so good and didn't bid.
Yeah, because I was here, probably.
No, even when you're not here, I'm just sitting here having convulsions on the couch.
Oh, my God. No more turtles.
I tell her, she says, what do you want to see? And I say, I want to see big, ugly, gold plastic things. And what does she do? Drags out the turtles and owls. And she did. And what'd she get the other day? Oh, a seahorse. Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to stop coming. I did. I didn't even get a big bill, did I?
She's doing good. She does all right.
Yeah, my mother had a Volkswagen Beetle, yep. And she had 2 kids, and her best friend had 5 kids, and they would go grocery shopping together. And we almost always had 2 buggies per family. 2 carts. Why did I say buggies? That's
because funny. You call them buggies sometimes. They're carts. Shopping carts, please. Let's be civilized.
So there were 7 kids, 2 adults, and 4
shopping carts
overloaded. My mother's grocery shopping. You know how that is. I mean, huge, right? And we would all get into the little car. And
it wasn't the squareback. She had a squareback for a while, didn't she?
No, this was the little Volkswagen. And so we would have Robin and John and Deidre and Jennifer on the bottom because they were the 4 oldest, biggest ones. And then it was, no, not Jennifer. The 3 across there, and then it was me and Jennifer sitting on them, and then Megan and Liam would literally lay down on the back shelf.
There was no shelf. There's a little hole back there they could get into.
They just
behind the back seat. There was a little light compartment like this.
That's where Megan and Liam were. Yeah, and then Mom and Penny were in the front.
Then where are the groceries? On top of the kids.
The trunk. Yeah,
and the trunk was tiny.
Yeah, but everything that was left was on top of us. You know, we got in, and then they piled everything on top of us.
Where were
the police? Then they'd have to get out and do the thing with the screwdriver to start the car because I don't know, hit the
short out the solenoid to start the car, short it up.
That was me growing up. That was how we went grocery shopping. Yeah.
And all our kids had to do was push the van to get going.
You know when we were happy? When somebody was at a friend's house because there was more elbow room. But then they just get more groceries and pile them on top of us.
Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, packed in.
A buggy.
I still want the seahorse earrings that match the ring.
Oh, let's not get back into yesterday. That's past.
No, somebody bought them all. They bought the whole lot. I was really unhappy with that situation. I had to go to the kitchen then.
Nikki and Rhonda wear me out. They're out there a long time doing that.
Yeah.
They are. You guys work a long freaking time. I'm like, I leave, go outside, come back. They're still there. I'm like,
short
Jesus.
Day on Saturday is 4 hours.
That's a lot.
It's
hard work.
Pushing 6 hours. Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on.
And Nikki keeps saying, "What do you want to see?" We want to see everything. Pull out a drawer and just show us. We don't know what you have.
The good stuff.
We just want to see it all.
All right.
Yeah, well, the more you sell, the more you got to invoice, the more you got to pack. You know how this goes. I know you have it all. Just yank a drawer, girlfriend. Label them 1 through 20. Yeah, have someone pick a number and we'll buy that drawer out that day. That's where I got all those cool critter things. Doug was, he's like, well, I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Well, I have this little jewelry box, and he opens it up, and there's like owls, frogs, cats, dogs, you name it, it was in there. And it's like he literally sold about 3/4 of that jewelry box that day. He's like, oh, I didn't know. It's like, dude, just open it up, and we'll let you know what we want to see. We don't need organized, girlfriend. Just pull a drawer and dump it out and sell it. We'll go from there.
Oh, I don't know. I see some people selling online. Don't know which ends up to sell.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. I'm trying not to be that person. A couple of them. Oh, man. So, yeah, I've been going through convulsions, trying not to completely empty Doug's paycheck before he even gets it. Watching Nikki put out endless that shark. Doug was here for the shark. I was really losing it about the shark.
It got a little scary a couple times. That's why I left. I don't want to see that.
And fighting with the tech, which still hates me. And I don't know, what else have I been doing this week? Anything good?
No.
Not much. Had fun at Colleen's auction. That was fun. You know. But yeah.
Yep.
That's about it. I haven't been doing much of anything this week except being stressed out about my mother being in the hospital because she fell and broke her hip. And not a thing I can do about it. And
Fell and broke her hip. Then they, for some reason, and she doesn't know why, gave her a blood transfusion and she crashed. It's completely potassium down, sodium down, everything off the charts. They had to ICU her. Why would they give her a transfusion? She broke her hip. She lose a lot of blood? I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. She lies. So
I don't know.
she only talks to Doug. She's no longer speaking to me.
No, just not now. She's upset.
You know, and then, being locked out of PayPal, my camera not working or my mic not working on my computer, and what else?
And you haven't even done taxes. Tax day's coming right up.
You don't even discuss that. We're not talking about taxes today, dude. My stress level's high enough.
The file that extension.
And then after being locked out of email for 3 days, which was the other problem, which was also prevented me from doing taxes, because I have email things that I have to open to get the information, because we don't get papers in the mail anymore. It's all digital. And then I finally get into email, and the first message I have is the tenant is breaking the lease 3 months early. And oh, by the way, here you go. I know, guys, I shouldn't have said it because I'm not all that upset. I'm sorry for her. I feel bad for her. We don't have a good relationship since they didn't move to Arizona, and I've ruined her life, and now she doesn't speak to me, and I literally am not allowed to know where she lives, but she feels the need to call my husband when he's at work to tell him all about it.
Well, I noticed.
Although I've had other people
old,
call me and tell me all about it,
awesome.
Even though she doesn't know that. So we're not going to say who did that, but yes, I am aware of what's going on with them. I do know where they live. I don't have the exact street address. It's not going to be that hard to find out if I really wanted to. But
you spied on what's her name and found her address, didn't you? The house she wants to buy.
You can find anybody online because guess what? You don't have any privacy anymore, huh?
Anyway, yeah, no.
So no, me and my parents are weird. We're done. That's it. Like if she does end up dying, I won't be going to the funeral, and they better not be sending me a bill because I won't be paying for it either. So. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. And this is a big part of why we live in Arizona and we don't live on the East Coast anymore was because of my parents. So,
yeah,
that is truth. That is the truth. So, but she's made her decisions and I don't have to worry. We offered to buy them a house
twice,
5 times since we've been here.
At least,
and we've offered our rental to them. We've done everything we could. Doug was going to get a $25,000 mortgage and buy a house in an elderly rental community that we'd be stuck with when my parents did pass. And we couldn't.
It was 50,000, but still.
Well, it might have been, yeah. Well, whatever. It was way more than we wanted to be getting into, and we've already paid off our mortgages and are really trying hard to not be them in 10, 15 years, But we also couldn't get any help from the family to do things like buy furniture because we couldn't empty our bank account, take on a $50,000 mortgage, and buy furniture to furnish the house for them. So
there was a lot of factors there. Let's not drag it out.
It was really
a lot of
big.
factors and a lot of other family that's back there and problems. But
it's not my fault that they're the way they are.
Yeah,
it's their fault that they're the way they are, and I
hope the best for them. But they've made so many decisions for so long. We've been here 10 years, and long prior to this, we told them, "You got to do something. You got to change this. You got to do that. You got to hate things." Oh yeah, don't worry.
So yeah, it's bad. It's not going to get better. It's a sad situation, but there's not a thing I can do about it. So. There's other family. They're choosing not to do anything. My brother's on vacation in California right now because, he's got things to do. He lives in the state they live in. But whatever.
Let's not go down these roads. This is not productive, I don't think.
Okay.
I
understand.
Okay. You can if you want, but it's just... Anyway.
But thank you. I appreciate it, but... We're good. But it's been a week. That's my point, was where I started with this, and it hasn't stopped yet.
We were very shocked to hear,
Yeah.
And in fact, when people break a hip when they're older, oftentimes it's beginning of the end.
Yes.
It was with my dad.
Yep.
He was
my
90.
grandmother.
He was 90 now. I mean, so he, the end had already sort of
Yep.
looking him in the face, and he knew it. But still, he was 91 when he passed. But he broke his hip and never recovered from it.
No. And my father's got dementia. He's home alone, so that's not cool either. So.
Well, he'll be fine.
Yeah. So it's just been that kind of week where I just get up in the morning and the world smacks me upside the head, and then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, gee, what's for dinner? Mm-hmm. I mean, you just don't even care anymore after a while about any of it, because it's like, well, what are you gonna do tomorrow? Well, I'm just saying, it's been that kind of week. It hasn't been cool. And people have been dying, and people have been getting bad diagnoses. I mean, it's like we haven't really heard any good news in a while from anybody once again, so I'd like that to turn around.
I think the older you get, the more people die and get sick.
But I'm talking about, Adam at work. That was young and unexpected.
It wasn't young. It wasn't really young.
Wasn't he like 40-something?
No. She's 54 and he's 64 probably. It wasn't old, but it was unexpected for sure. One of Adam's workers, and he's become very friendly with this lady. His husband passed away unexpectedly.
Hey, trash dog, where you been?
Terrible.
Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a while. Trash dog.
Oh, hello.
Doug can't see the computer.
I can if I'll lean up and check. I check it out every once in a while, see what you guys are saying.
So yeah, it's just been, a lot of stressful, not great news, and things not really going very smoothly. I mean, nothing that's gonna, really rock our world, but it's just, like Rob's saying, that it's just the pleasant moments are fairly fleeting.
Slipping through your fingers, you're saying?
They're not like in the land of the weird. Yeah, us too, girlfriend. Us too.
So it is, but this is what.
But I'm saying I want more of the pleasant stuff.
Yeah,
I would really like to hear less people feeling.
I think that
doing really badly.
The world's sort of spiraling right now, so a lot of people are not doing well for a lot of different reasons. So.
Yeah, but how do we fix it? How do we change it? How do we make that better? Is my point. Because I want to hear better news. I want to hear good news from people. And you remember, like when everything was shut down. And we were actually doing okay because, and, we didn't tell anybody anything good because everybody was doing so bad. I kind of feel like we're getting back into that. And I didn't like that because, like I said, we're not doing badly. I'm irritated. Life is irritating frequently. But
you said earlier you were bored. After a while here, you got here, you did the house, we did stuff, and stuff started stagnating. And now you're doing stuff. Well, it's hard and it's frustrating to do stuff.
But it shouldn't be. That's what I'm saying. So how do we?
If it wasn't all roses, then you wouldn't appreciate it at all, would you? If everything went perfect, you'd kill yourself.
Yeah, I know. It's doing it, but that's part of the problem. This whole age of Aquarius and being in Pisces, it's all about emotions and it's all about planning for the future and having big dreams, and that stirs the pot, and then you have to deal with people that aren't liking what you're doing, and gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it. But I mean, you got to do it, but I don't know, we need more people to do it. And
well, we do.
I think if people were doing things that they actually enjoyed, I don't think it would constantly clash with each other. That's the whole thing. It's like, just because you like to do something, I don't know why it has to be in everyone else's face and make other people do it and enjoy it with you when they really don't. Where's the harmony? I'm looking for the harmony. That's a big piece of the puzzle we're missing. Nothing is harmonious lately.
Well, because we're also being affected in every way you can imagine by deep state, to me, by cabal deep state, because they're on their out, their money's cutting off, they're freaking out, they're throwing everything and anything, which from 5G to overhead trails to anything, anything and everything, to TV. We watched TV the other day. I saw commercials. Wow. I haven't watched TV in so long. It was weird. But
Whoop whoop! Good news, Carla.
What?
Vietnam just offered to drop tariffs on U.S. goods to 0 after a call with Trump. They're now sending top diplomats to Mar-a-Lago to finalize the deal. And it isn't just about trade.
I think it's funny that he operates out of Mar-a-Lago.
I know. Well, there you go. Thank you very much.
That's
happy
good news.
Happy
Yep.
news. I like it. I like it.
Vietnam's one of the most upwardly mobile country. Yeah. Their GDP is growing in leaps and bounds, and they're just a manufacturing.
Yeah.
You look at what's made in.
I need to know the CBD order.
All right.
They're giving away dong again. I might need to hurry up.
You got enough dong.
We got some at the post office.
So I saw a thing on the internet. It was what was it? Excuse me. Now I lost it.
Oh, I don't know.
It's gone. It's gone because I burped. Sorry, guys.
Burped it right out of
your head. I think out of my head because I just saw something and it was so. I don't know. It'll come back around.
Something you saw on the internet.
It'll come back around. You know. Oh my God.
Yeah. Vietnam. What was I hearing about them?
I know what it was.
Okay.
I remembered. Shut up. No. A big article said this person that wrote the article said they went to like Walmart, to the different stores, and they were looking, and you'd think that everything built in China is cheaper. They found trash cans cheaper, made in USA. They found all these items. They said this was cheaper. It was made in USA. I finally found these made in USA. You can find made in this country stuff. Now might be the time to do it. To start trying to look for that made in the USA label, and they're not always more expensive. They're less expensive. Several things that person found, I was surprised. Light bulbs, the everyday cheap light bulbs, cheaper than the Sylvania, made in USA. And it's like, man, I got to blow my nose now.
Good. We need it. I mean, that's
now might be the time to try to do that.
When we were trying to do that, when we lived in California back in the
with George,
late
George
80s, early 90s, because that's when Ben was born. It's like every time we try to find something made in the USA, it's like, well, Doug's salary is only an E4, and we really kind of can't afford the extra $300 that costs, So, yes, no sanctions. That's what I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting. It'll happen. It will. I really think that Trump wants to do some big announcement on July 4th from, Mount Rushmore, like he tried to do last time around. He likes to grandstand, if nothing else.
He does on stage.
If he can, pull this crap off and get me one basket. That's all I need. Just one. That would be awesome. It would be really awesome.
And I think
they hide it in the store, he says. Rob says they hide that stuff.
They do. I don't know, but I was surprised at the amount of things this person had found that were made in USA that were cheaper, that were less expensive. I don't know if they were cheaper. Cheaper is a bad word.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. And I mean, I'm not thrilled with all this stuff from China. I mean, I don't remember how long. It was a while ago. Remember when the kids were wearing those rubber shoes and everyone was getting horrible rashes all over their feet? And it was from the shoes from China because they had icky stuff in them. Because, a lot of stuff from China is icky.
Remember how dirty Ben was when he came home from the warehouse when he was unloading those connexes? When he first worked at Safety Zone, his job was to unload these containers that have been on the boat for however long coming from China. And he said they put like Dreamcatcher looking weird stuff hanging in there and stuff. He thought he was getting hexes from China. So they decided to get a forklift license so he could start driving the lift instead.
Yeah.
But
warehouse work is dirty, man, especially if you're importing.
It was so dirty when he
importer exporter stuff is it's not nice. I've dealt with some of that with people. Charles used to get stuff, and even just unboxing the little boxes that I would have to. You'd have to clean everything before you could put it on the shelf to, Yeah.
Well, remember George? He'd not buy anything not made in USA. Oh my God.
Yeah, Crocs, and they were. I don't know that they were the Croc brand though, but
Probably
they
a
were
Chinese
probably
knockoff.
like a Chinese knockoff of Crocs, and
well,
or some kind of flip flop. Or
when I was trying, I've been
popular.
looking for boots and hiking boots. I wear several kind of foot gear at work, depending on what job I'm doing. Damned if you can find anything made in the USA. I don't care if it's Smith and Wesson boots.
Well, remember when I was working at Structural Graphics and we were making those pop-up cards?
Yeah.
And they put on them "Made in the USA."
But they came from Mexico.
But they made all the parts in Mexico. And then that's when I actually got pulled off the front desk to go in the warehouse because they were so far behind to put them together. Yeah. They were assembled in the USA. But they were not made in the U.S. The labeling is very ambiguous, just like organic and, all the rest of it. So you can't believe any. That's the whole thing. You can't believe anything. We're in the Truman Show.
We are kind of.
Someday we'll have to watch that. You guys ever watch the Truman Show? I've never seen it. I've seen tons of clips. I know all about it, but.
Never watched the whole thing cover to cover.
No, never seen it.
Probably read the book. You'll like it better.
Probably. Usually the books are better. I didn't care for Carrie or Cujo as a movie, but the books.
Scared the bejesus out of you?
Yep. I couldn't finish Cujo. I couldn't finish it. But I liked his short stories. But, he's a communist.
Is he a commie?
Yeah. He's at the very least on the very farthest of the left wing that you can possibly get.
So they're on the wings, in the wings.
I'm not even sure they're going to let him stay in Maine. Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
Are you kidding? Maine's governors.
I know. How's it going there?
Jeff. What's happening?
You got weather, too? He's out that way.
You don't know geography like
Well, he's not near me.
But it's so funny.
Jeff's in one of the O states, Oklahoma or Ohio.
Oregon, Oklahoma, Ohio.
Oh, I forgot about Oregon, but he's not out here. It's one of the O states.
Could be O's, we don't know.
Well, good for you. Now go do your laundry. A new Harley. Made in Taiwan. Yeah, we used to go down in Pennsylvania with the Harley factory.
Yeah, it was in
they
Pennsylvania.
Closed that one. And then they started making all kinds of crap and, Yep.
Yeah, and that's Harley Davidson. Everything should be U.S. on Harleys,
Yeah, well, good. Now you can just chill for the rest of the night, man. Good for you.
I'm going to relax after this.
We're going to have pizza tonight.
All right.
Jeff said so. We're going to order us some pizza.
He's ordering pizza?
He already ate so much. He can't see. He's
closer than the O state.
It's later than them for us.
For them here, where?
Yeah, he's I think 2 hours ahead. So he's.
Don't start talking pizza right now. I don't think you go into Vinny's and buy it.
He just said that he ate so much he can't move, and luckily he already did his laundry because it wouldn't be getting done.
Yeah, I got laundry.
Now it's time to unbuckle the pants and nap on the couch.
Oh, I napped a little yesterday, didn't I?
A lot. You were snoring when I was having convulsions. Yeah.
I was trying to stay away from that. I didn't want to get caught up in it. Would be freaking getting both cards out. I actually, though, Nikki, I want to tell you, if you're here, I don't know.
She might be listening.
I subscribed yesterday to your channel, so you got another subscriber.
Oh, good.
I still couldn't chat. I cannot figure out how to chat on my phone. I wanted to say something like "stop," but
too funny.
I couldn't. I still can't chat on my phone.
Didn't we have CC's in Connecticut?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we don't have that out here.
No, it's not. Little Caesars is Little Caesars low end pizza.
I know how it goes at Jeff. Yeah, my aunt lived in York, Pennsylvania for 30 years. I spent summers there. I spent a lot of time there.
She was cool.
I went to Hershey Park a lot, and when I was, college age with my fake ID, I went to a lot of nightclubs downtown.
Bad.
Well, good. Veggies on your pizza, man. It's good for you. Good for you.
Health food.
Well, they say, pizza's nature's perfect food. It's got everything.
I was going to say pizza and
pizza and beer. You can live on it
pizza
forever.
And bananas.
No bananas.
Banana pudding, bananas.
Yeah, we don't have, we're so remote. We don't have much here. What? And nothing in Kingman will deliver to us. So we order and go pick it
I
up.
was just
if
like,
we want
Kimberly's
it.
got everything. You got from
But
Papa
not
Murphy's
here
to-
where we live.
We have
We can't
Dolan
even get-
Station.
We can't even get groceries delivered here like I
Dolan
could in
Station.
Connecticut.
You
At
can
least
now
I could
because
do
Steve's
that.
doing that now. He's doing called Dolan. Oh, you're not on Facebook.
I don't know anything.
Dolan Dash. He's delivering now. Steve, what's his name that
Ah.
does auto mechanics, whatever. He's now doing Dolan Dashing, so he'll go shopping for you. I'll bring your order back.
These two are
What?
Jeff and Rob are confusing pizza and Harley's.
I like them both, and they're both American, aren't they?
Sometimes.
Well, maybe not pizza.
Apparently not Harley's. It's all made in Taiwan.
Either one. Couldn't find any shoes made in the USA. I tell you that. No foot gear.
You know.
Taiwan seems to be the place that they have 8 legs because they make all the shoes there. In Taiwan, Vietnam.
Yeah, well, people are willing to work, and apparently Mexico. A lot of stuff comes out of Mexico.
Yeah. Is it because Canada and Mexico are beside us? I feel better. Like if we get something, if we get it from Canada and Mexico, it's good. Well, it doesn't have to go on a boat through the Panama Canal. That's good. But I feel like there are like our close neighbors geographically, so we can order from them.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. There are
Well,
neighbors.
I mean, it's definitely a
It's
smaller
neighborly.
carbon footprint if you're ordering close by, but
But Canada's being a pain in the
Jeez,
butt.
I've been watching a lot of videos. Somebody was saying that what they're basically working on, especially with these tariffs and all the foolishness, there's many levels to the tariffs, is, more of a regional or local community type. Stop all this shipping stuff around the world for no good reason. We can pluck chickens here in this country. We know how to do that. So we don't really need to put them on a boat just to ship them across country, across the world, get plucked and cut up in little pieces and then stuffed full of chemicals so they can withstand the 3-month trip back. I mean, this is why we don't feel good, because we have yucky food. But I think
Tariffs on pizza.
Tariffs on pizza. Now what are we talking?
That's not good.
No, they just put it on the wheat and the cheese and the
not even,
the pepperoni.
I heard pizza's not even Italian. I thought it was.
I don't think so.
Not at all.
I don't know. Middle Eastern, maybe.
I don't know.
Something
I thought
like
it was
that.
Italian. It seems Italian.
They changed it and made it their own. Look, we got something going on out back. Hopefully, it's just cows.
What?
I don't know. Both the donkeys are at the back corner of the pen, looking over the fence, like something's going
Take a
on.
quick look.
There's always something going on around here. We have had cows, but I don't see anything. But that doesn't mean anything.
It could be the people at Willie's old house. They are out and about. If they're in the yard, the sound comes out the hill.
Yeah, she yells at him a lot.
Yeah,
a lot,
I didn't
a
want
lot.
to say that in case she's listening.
Well, she is. Keep it down. Those are the ones that were firing the gun New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I know.
Freaked out the horses. So I don't care if they hear me. Oh man. So what's everybody doing? Y'all got Easter plans? Adam will come over at some point and we'll eat some ham and pineapple, and
I think I'm going to get him a chocolate T-Rex
there you go.
because I saw one.
That's cool.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, that's our big plans. We don't really do much.
I'm psyched that I don't have to go to Kingman tomorrow.
There you go.
I'm here all day with you. Oosh.
Yeah, I kind of wonder, but they must have good immune systems, right? So, street food videos from India. Well, the doner kebabs on the streets of Berlin were,
that was a
they
grossa
were
sauce.
pretty clean though, but
Grossa sauce. They puked up bad when you got drunk.
yeah, well they weren't, but the pommes frites, the
pommes frites make grossa sauce.
What kind?
Mayo.
No. My kind with the
pommes frites, French fries, pommes frites.
I know, but the flavored ones. I can't think of my spice name.
Curry?
Curry fries. Curry fries. I love curry fries.
It's the best thing. Go to Oatman, Arizona. Go to the bar there, the restaurant. It's the only one in town, I think. They got dollars all over the walls, and get stinky garlic fries, stinky garlic cheese fries. Oh, in Oatman, Arizona. Don't give them to the donkeys. They fart enough. Donkeys walking streets in Oatman.
Yes, trash dog. Sorry. I got
Trash-
two total different conversations
Sure.
in my head here. Okay. Poppet, little one, is a white Goffin's cockatoo. They're the smallest cockatoo, and when she puts her crest up, there's like a peachy orange underneath. And she's like,
What is she doing up there?
yeah, we got birdie porn going on.
Oh,
What
is she
she's
playing
doing.
with it? Oh, boy,
She's about the
Not
size
now.
of a small African gray. And then the blue and gold macaw, that's Woodstock in the middle. And then on the far right, you can't see him right now, is the African gray. That's
He
right.
blends in so much in that corner.
Well,
you
he's
can't see
cut
it.
off. You can't see past his
Oh.
first perch over here. So he's sitting over there behind his coconut. Of course, I don't know when I turn the camera. It takes 20 seconds for me to see it on the
just
screen.
Turn it and leave it a second.
He's right over there on his perch.
Plenty of birds.
Down to 3. We had 4.
Like Woody's up here in front now.
Yeah.
Mr. Stalker.
I'll get these 2 on there.
The Stalker. Yeah, because we don't want to watch Poppy doing nasty things with us.
Yeah, you know. You 2 will probably give me a strike for that.
And behind the camera, operating the camera today is Hannah. Oh, she's sleeping. But
so those be my birds. And Maria, yes, I agree. And I believe that if they had happier employees, they'd probably have a whole lot less problems going on. Like, people would show up to work and they'd actually be more productive.
Who wants happier employees?
Probably end up making more money in the long run, even if they took a little hit to start with. But, companies in general, if they'd worry less about profits, more about employees, it'd be a better place. If you have happier employees, they tend to work better for you and they tend to be more productive. And in the long run, you tend to make more money. But, they don't want to hear that at the first quarterly meeting where the numbers drop a tiny bit.
See, at least you could dog my little company out. But, we had a guy who was really unhappy doing the job he's doing. He wanted to move into the other job and finally got to do it. Now he's doing a great job.
Yeah, but finally he was going to fire him instead.
No, he wasn't ever really fired, but he was probably, I was afraid he was going to quit because he kept saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do it. I want to do that. I want to do that. And that. And he was good at what he did. So the hassle of switching him over. But hey, that was one of my bosses, my owner's things. Put someone, if people can't get up, start them later. Let them be the late people. Let the early people do that. We have a rotating shift sort of thing.
That's my finger, guys. I'm turning on the
What
light, seeing if they can see better if I put the light on.
You're messing with that camera
too
much.
I'm messing with the camera.
Making me car sick.
You can't see. You're not even looking at the screen. You don't know what's going on.
Now.
You have no clue. Don't lie to the people, or I'll turn the camera around on you and they'll see what you're really doing.
I'm sleeping. Oh.
Anyway, you like the cage? It's huge. I'm guessing you're talking the macaw cage, the big one. That's the biggest one I can really, have in the house.
It's
but
6 feet tall.
Probably should have one even bigger. But he can, she can
really
spread her wings and turn around, which is the minimum requirement for a bird. Don't give cheesy fries to dogs. Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
Cheesy fries?
Especially with garlic. But yeah, I got those cages. I've had the birds since I got Poppet in 2000. And Woodstock in 2005 and Riley in 2008, I believe. Right in those time frames.
You came to the store first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there 5 through 10, so he was there for a little bit. So
about
2008.
He came home with us when we closed.
When we closed, he came home with us.
He was a bastard.
Here you go.
A biter.
See, Rob's talking to you, and you're not paying any attention.
I cannot see. I'm coming forward again. I have to lean
Loyalty
over.
means nothing these days with most companies. They'll replace you in a heartbeat. Ask me how I know. I can guess.
I think it's true. In my industry, always the big companies are getting dogged about that. All the large national or regionally big companies. And they say that stick with the small, and I'm an exterminator in the extermination business, stick with small family businesses. They say that's the closest thing you're going to get to any kind of loyalty. And it's true to some extent, to a good extent. There's 3 little companies in our town, and they're all family run. And mine's really good in a lot of ways.
Yep. Yeah, it's.
I know a guy that was a sort of a, I don't know if he was a store manager or assistant store manager for Walmart, and he had enough of it. And he said they wanted him to treat the employees a way he didn't want to treat them. So he quit, and now he's like a lead guy at Tractor Supply. So he's like a floor supervisor, much lower. But you know what? He moved down here to Golden Valley, and he's happy. He's happy out of that. And I said he gets treated a lot better.
Well, just like when you step down from being manager. I mean, you just, some jobs you just don't want to do. And that's what I'm saying. More people need to do that, even if it is a pay cut or if it's a moving or what, continuously doing things we don't enjoy, I think, is putting out the negative energy and making things not go smoothly.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm blaming everybody else.
No, definitely things are much better since I'm not field supervisor. Yet I get all kinds of things asked of me, but I don't mind doing them if it's not my job, helping out here or there or whatever, helping with training, helping with stuff, because I'm still the old guy, but I'm not responsible for these guys. I'm not responsible to have to discipline people. And oh my God, try to babysit half the kids we have working.
I mean, I was, done with the daycare center, and you're supposed to be in charge of those kids, but yeah. Being in charge of grown-ups like you're working at a daycare center, that's just annoying. Again, with the annoying stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really where I'm at with it, is a lot of it's just annoying. It's like, catch on, people. Can we just all get on the same page here, or at least the same book? If we could all get in the same book, maybe we could make some headway.
Trying to find the chapter we're in, because this one, I think we're near the end.
I'm not even asking the chapter, just the same book.
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's my problem. I don't know either. But yeah,
I'd like to be independently wealthy and not worry about it.
That would be awesome. Hey, maybe that'll happen. Like I said, and by July, I think we're going to know what's going on. And I'm just hoping it's good stuff, not bad stuff. I'm really hoping for the good stuff. They seem to be, I haven't heard a whole lot about bricks. They keep talking that they're doing it, but I don't see it actually happening.
It's very difficult for them still.
Yeah.
They talk big shit, but their economies aren't doing well either. So everyone's struggling worldwide because the whole world as a whole.
Everyone that knows anything about the stock market, which is not me, which is why I listen to other people, but they all say the same thing with the same dippy things and the cup handles, and I don't understand it all, but I believe them, and then they go and show me, look, this happened, and look how it looked, and this happened. It's like, okay, there's a pattern that I understand. I don't need to understand why. I just need to know there it is.
What happened. Yeah.
We're in it, and it's not, it's like and I think that's a big part of it too, that a lot of our systems are going to be really affected soon, because that chart is going to happen whether we like it or not.
Yeah, the general consensus is that the market's going to crash just when. It's already overdue.
Yeah, they keep saying, no, they're going to, what do they call it? Correct it.
Correction's going to be, hey, guess what? You guys ain't making the money you said you were.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else,
But,
numbers are numbers.
The media will blame Trump, and it's really not his doing. It happened long ago. It's on his track, but they say he might be able to curtail it a little bit anyway.
Well, yeah, that's,
some of his plans are.
Right. Well, if they play nice with these tariffs and they start getting a bunch of money in from the countries that don't want to play nice, and then, I mean, if we're doing tit for tat for tariff, it's kind of nullifies it. You know what I mean? Exactly. So that'll benefit everybody.
Except we're consumers, so we have a little more power because we are a bigger consumer than most other countries. So just like last time he was in office with China, they went all in and we went all in, and we still were buying from them. So we had more tariffs. We were buying more from them than they were buying from us, and it put us sort of in a driver's seat.
As much as I don't like that phrase, the trickle down theory, that is how that's going to work for us. You start with these tariffs, and then it slowly integrates through all the way down to us buying the products. That's so, but I think it'll be good for us in the long run. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand. I understand the basic economics, but they don't play by the rules. So I don't know. Will the tariffs force people to revalue? I don't know.
I don't know how that's going to affect us. I'm a little scared of Trump because he's going to try to get this country on top, which I do want. But I think in doing so, he's not friendly to other currencies being worth much more than ours.
No,
he's going to try to stop that.
But even 1-to-1 will be awesome for me. So
well, it'll work for me. I don't know if it'll work for everyone. It'll work for us. Fine.
So yeah, I'm okay with that.
But he definitely is not in favor. I can't. Or I don't think so, and I don't know enough about it either. The ins and outs of the international finance and that.
I mean, that's the thing. Like Vietnam, like they could have revalued anytime they wanted over the past 10 years or something because their economy could take it.
Yeah, they're showing.
But they're really happy with the way that things work because of the trades and whatnot. And they're like, yeah, we're good. We don't need to do anything with this, So I don't know. When they do go ahead and switch some things around, I don't know what the people of that particular country, because I don't know who's got their fingers in the cookie jar. So I'm not sure who's going to say what. Yeah, I mean, that's the truth of it these days,
Yeah. The cookie jars are rated in every country. That's for sure. There's no one pure out there.
Yeah, exactly, Rob. It's just going to take time.
Yeah. Patience.
I mean, revalue away so that we all can go do what we want to do. But yeah, the whole global economy, it's going to take some time. It's a big thing, and I really wish that Trump had been working on it, and maybe he was for the 4 years that Biden was in charge. Yeah, it's all interesting. I mean, Venezuela's got stuff going on that sounds very promising, and Iraq, and I don't know, Iran, there's still some stick in the mud going on there with Iran. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I don't think we really know all the intricacies of the spider web that is Iran, Iraq, Washington, D.C., I don't know. But there's some stickler going on there with Iran and, of course, Israel. I don't know what's up with them either. So I hope. I hope I just can't live that daily anymore because you just sit there and just wait. And guess what? You can wait and do nothing, or you can wait because guess what? I'm still waiting too, but it's not the center focus of my days anymore.
It's like Mark saying, maybe Thursday or Friday again or something.
Oh, yeah, Mark's got, man. He really needs to go get checked for like some kind of bleeding ulcer or something because his gut is really
it's like
not good.
You really, that's,
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the bonds people, they've been getting paid for 3.5 weeks now. So, I don't know. And I still don't understand how they have anything to do with Iraq's currency revaluing, but I know he's talked all about it over and over, but it still doesn't. 1 and 1 still equals 5 when I do that math. So, yeah, I know. We definitely are. Sesame Street started it. The 3-minute info. And then now we got, TikTok.
Where Sesame Street leaves off.
Instant. That's the trouble. People, yeah. That's what I say. It's too easy for us here. Everything's now and more and yes, give me more credit so I can go buy the next shiny thing and not work for it and save for it. So when you get it, you really value it.
Now you're telling my parents.
I know, but it's true. It's true. Woodstock's preening away.
He's like he knows he's on film.
No, he doesn't. See, they don't know that's a camera. So every time, I pick up the camera and he'll freeze and do the open jaw mouth and, all that. Poppet, I think, might have a hint that that's a camera. Let's see if I can get her. She's up on her swing, but there we go. See, look how long that took. Oop, too far.
Not too far.
Well, I cut out Woodstock.
Well, he's cut out of all.
Pop is just sitting on her little swing there. She's not going to go to the rest of her cage. Yeah, she's got a big cage. That was the first cage I bought. And she basically sits on the top. She could almost be in a parakeet cage for the amount she doesn't move around, Now I'm probably blinding them with the light from that window.
No, it just look like you can see right there. You see what they see.
Mostly.
Keep moving that shit, man.
I'm trying to focus it here.
Yeah.
Every time I move it, I have to hit the focus button. Anywho. Yes, Woodstock is actually very beautiful. Very, very good colors. My friend Sue, I got Woodstock from, dealt with a breeder in Florida, and there's like no crossbreeding of other kinds of macaws. That is a true blue and gold macaw, like serious coloring going on. So I'll be making jewelry with Woodstock's feathers. I can do that. And, they fall out on the regular, so I just pick them up. I don't pluck them. Adam comes and steals the big tail feathers periodically to give out to
his girlfriends.
People he wants to impress.
Yeah, Rob saying that we were, I think that,
That's
I
what
don't
I
know
think,
either,
Rob.
but there's a good chance that that's what Trump would try to foster, a lot of one-to-ones, which would be hurting the U.S. a little bit, but not as bad as they went crazy, and would help those countries a great deal. Think about Iraq. Iraq's on 1320, 1310.
One-to-one would be better for our country than if Iraq was, 4, 5, 6-1. Yeah.
But also, one-to-one for them would be increasing. If there's a 1320, 1310. Yeah. So 1-to-1 to the dollar would give them purchasing power also. So, I think the art of the deal is everyone's happy.
Sounds about right, Maria. Maria took longer to get her job done. They were all laughing at her, all the guys. And then Maria got her job done right. And they all had to go back and redo theirs.
All the guys?
Yes, Maria works with men.
All men?
I think pretty much mostly men. Yeah, you said. Yep. That's kind of what my pet shop became. I took in birds, lizards, fish, a lot of things.
People bring the fish in bags. I don't want that. You put them in this tank.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that, the law actually will allow it. There they are. We were talking about that. They're smacking the judges. Yep, all men she works with.
Wow.
She can do that. She's a Navy chick. She knows what she's doing.
No, but still.
And she's a mermaid. She just sings them siren songs.
Yes. Mermaid from Queen Creek.
Right. And honestly, Rob, you make sense to me. Shouldn't we be asset backed? Shouldn't everybody, they make us be asset backed. You can't go and borrow money if you don't, you got to have something to put up, right? George Bailey, how much is your life insurance policy worth? This is not a new concept.
Bailey building a loan.
You know what I'm saying? So why shouldn't the government be asset backed? Why can the Pentagon not pass an audit? Why can Congress spend trillions of dollars we don't have?
You have to define an audit. An audit's just that they don't know
I can define an audit.
Where the money is. It's not that it's not there.
Thus, the failure for being. Now, the thing is where's the follow-up on the failed audit? So now we need to go trace that because we can do that. It's called forensic accounting. These are not new concepts. Even I can do these things.
Damn.
I like fish. They lay eggs, I'm guessing.
The band, fish?
How do mermaids breed? They got, fish tails. So they got to be laying eggs.
That's the one thing I always was worried about with the mermaids.
Well, now you don't have to worry because you don't have gills.
Kind of worry. I may be
you're out. You're out. Right, no mermaids for you. I can't have a pool boy. You can't have a mermaid.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the world
If
floods.
We get a pool, we can both have what we want.
I'm just waiting for California to break off and give us some oceanfront here.
That's what they keep saying. I don't know. They were talking about with all the floods and North Carolina, that whole area, there's fault lines there and stuff that normally don't have that much water weight on them. And then they had all the flooding, and then they're having these massive rainstorms that go along with the tornadoes they're getting, and the weight of the water in the ground now could actually create major earthquakes. And they were saying that part of the country would at some point be not there, that like Ozarks down would be there, but yeah, and California would, Arizona would be oceanfront, and yeah, there's some, I believe there are Navy geological surveys, most likely from submarines under the country.
Oh Lord!
Oh yeah, you could say it's not true, but it's out there. You can go look it up. We got tunnels under the country where we have a giant sub base in Utah.
Let me go get your step
It's a
ladder
sub
so you
base.
can get on that
They go
soapbox.
down in the ground and get in their submarines and drive around under Utah. This is not me. You can look it up.
It's on the internet. It's real. Everything on the internet is real.
Yeah, men are much easier to work with. Women, especially in an office, I hate working in an office. There's always the one. She's the HOA Karen. And don't live in HOA, people. Just don't live in an HOA. Geez, the funny stories, and I know 90% of them are made up. I don't even care. They're just so funny. The guy that built the drawbridge.
Yeah.
I mean, just funny stuff. There was one that I watched the other day. This lady decided she was going to have a wedding in this guy's pasture without permission. And he wasn't even part of the HOA. It was just on the end of their but it's good for the community. And he wakes up and they're like setting up this whole wedding, and he called his farmhand and said, "Hey, open the gate, let all the cows out."
No way.
And trashed the whole wedding.
Poor person having the wedding.
Cattiness, yeah. And that's like the nicest part of working with a bunch of women in the office. I just really don't like working in an office with a bunch of women. Waitresses, they can be a little interesting too.
Women are very interesting.
Women are interesting, yes. I'd rather work with men most of the time. It's just easier. It just is. Oh, man. Too funny. So, yeah, I don't have any big plans for the week. I got an auction on Wednesday, and I have no idea what I'm selling. So,
oh, my God. You're way behind the eight ball.
Apparently, Doug wants me to do taxes. And, I guess I am busy. I got to find a new tenant. But I'm locked out of Facebook, so I can't advertise on Marketplace. So, yeah, it might be complicated this week. How about you? What are you up to?
Nothing.
Doug's doing nothing.
Nothing at all.
Oh.
Going to prison on Thursday.
Oh, Maria. Yeah, what are you doing? You're doing you're not doing powder coating, right? You're doing some kind of like serious welding or stuff with big wrenches or something, right? Like you're in a shop. I know. I just don't know what you're making. He said, that's why I didn't mind going to work with my father. I get up, I throw on jeans and a ripped t-shirt, and I didn't care, and my hair didn't have to be brushed, and all I'm doing is dragging brush.
And he'd bitch if I didn't shave.
Raking leaves,
He says, what if my customers see you? They think I grow hair on my face, I'm a man. I work on my day off from my real job.
She works on semiconductors. See, yeah. She does like real stuff, like, they wouldn't let me do that in the Air Force. I wanted to work on the big trucks, and they told me no.
Oh, they would have let you do that.
They said no?
No, they said no to driving tanks in the Army. You don't even remember things right. I was there. Sort of.
You weren't there. My parents were there. You weren't there.
They wouldn't let you work on big trucks, dude. Not let people be mechanics.
Making tools that make the hips for phones and computer chips. Making chips.
Hippos.
There you go. Yeah, are they moving all those big Taiwan factories here? I still want to know about that because I don't care if they move here or not. I know that Biden and Pelosi were neck deep in that, and I want to know what's going on. I haven't heard anybody talking about that. They were talking about it when they were passing that bill or whatever he did back in the day. I don't exactly know what it was, but he was definitely neck deep in that chip stuff, and so was Pelosi.
Chiropractor told me that there was all these chip factories built in Phoenix, the Phoenix area, the Phoenix Valley. I don't know if they're in Phoenix or whatever. And I'm like, well, how long does it take to build a factory and get them up and running? How long does it take? It's been 3 years.
Well, and here's my other question. Silicon Valley, that's what they did. And I'm guessing that stuff's out of date or whatever, but that crashed, the big .com and all that, and all that. So they must have all these buildings that are more or less set up for that kind of stuff.
Made computer chips in Silicon Valley.
No, but they're big, ginormous buildings. I think they did.
No, I don't think they did. Otherwise, we'd have computer chips.
More chip factories. Yep. Nvidia stocks. Nvidia, isn't that like it's one of these. I have that in one of my computers. A chip of some sort from Nvidia. Yeah, I don't know what it runs. I don't know what anything
Spying
runs.
on you, I bet. Maria's behind this.
It's all Maria's fault.
She's behind all this.
She doesn't wear pants.
No pants, spying on people. Ponderance of spies in Queen Creek.
Yeah, huh? Hey, yeah, but I mean, they chips are in everything now.
I know they are.
It's ridiculous.
I can't imagine why we need to everything. We need to build more and more stuff here. We can do it.
Yeah, well, that's
because
what
the greedy business people could build more by having their shit built elsewhere. You said this
where it was cheap. Yeah,
it was cheap, but so we'll have to pay a little more, so they'll have to make a little less. Everyone would just mellow out.
Harmony.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Yes, it's a very good word.
The word of the day is harmony.
I keep saying it, and people just think
the Beatles had great
saying
harmony.
hey, peace out, dude. And I'm really not. I'm really harmony is like a really big one. It's a really, really big one. It's that yin yang symbol. You got to have the balance, the harmony.
So you need contrast.
Yeah, but just enough. Just when it starts being all one color, it's not working out. Yeah, for everybody, geez, we couldn't even get things to repair stuff because there weren't chips. And if it was, I mean, like a lot of automobile.
Yeah, I remember that, Rob. With Ford
transmissions.
We were waiting because I worked for Orkin. We were the largest purchaser of Ford Rangers in the country. Was Orkin Pest Control, and we couldn't get trucks because they didn't have chips in them. I remember that a few years back, and I understand. I shouldn't be surprised, Maria, about the construction because there's a building, there's a company here.
You're in new buildings all the time. At
our airport, there's a couple at our airport that no planes fly at. It's an industrial park, and they have been. Trical has been there for over 3 years, and I've been there doing their pest control from the start. They're still not ready. They've been doing construction for 3 friggin' years. The company's going to go broke before they do anything.
Well, you know what happens? It's all those damn permits.
It is. Permits, and guess they got busted.
Inspections. They rip it out, do it again.
They got busted and had to pull everyone off site recently for something or another. And so the company said, look, all is halt right now until they get something installed. And I'm like, oh. But then you got Crown Forklifts. They came in. They got 500,000 square foot building. And nothing's in it. I've been doing this for 6 months. That building's empty. You can see across it. It's it's 500 freaking square feet, 1,000 square feet, and they got and they're going to put a factory to build forklifts. When are they going to put the stuff in there? Jesus, it takes forever for anything to do anything.
I don't know.
Hey, as long as they pay up my bill.
But see, that's what I'm hoping too with this Doge stuff. If they really, get rid of these government contracts that are running this stuff. Then we can maybe have some local people that are doing it that actually, took Joe, the inspector, to coffee yesterday. You know what I mean? Like we can make things happen without all the, what was that? I don't even know what it was. Some program they had set up where it took people 5 years to get approved before you even got a dime to get, I don't remember. It was something really stupid.
Yeah, what was it? I can't remember, but yeah, they had it on an expose about it, and it was all this stuff just to get approved to start going. It was a months and months long process and all this stuff to get money to invest in looking at doing it. You know,
because you had to set up 25 committees
My
and have
God.
meetings and
Yep.
oh my God, yeah, minutes and exactly. Yeah, we run into these problems on the regular trying to get something that no longer exists. The trailer, it's a double wide, the mobile home. They don't make when the hot water heater broke. In order to get a hot water heater for a mobile home, it would have taken like a month to special order one because they don't make them anymore.
Well, luckily that has a big space.
Right.
We can put a regular one in there because it has a huge space where they're at. But a lot of times they just don't have the space, the older ones. And everything is a little weird.
Who is storing the trucks at the NASCAR racetrack?
Who was storing the trucks?
Probably trucks that were broken that were waiting on chips. Ford, maybe. I don't know. I know that, it was a lot of people. I mean, people had to get new cars because they couldn't go 6 months without a vehicle. You know, I mean, yeah, a lot of stuff. We couldn't get a lot of stuff for the trailer. They don't make it here anymore. Uh-oh. I just lost my picture. There we go.
And also, Crown bought. They've got that Crown forklift has, I'm going to say 100 vans, brand new. I think maybe Chevy vans, all done up in Crown and lined up, and they're brand new because they won't be able to buy them anymore. They're going to be hybrid or electric and cost a lot more money. So they bought everyone they could in the old kind, and they're just storing them there right now because
Ford, yeah.
For until they use them because they wanted to buy the ones before they had to buy the new ones, which they didn't want to buy them. So things go on and on, But I don't know about that. What's a wafer, Maria? One wafer gets sprayed
to make the chips
and gets 500 chips, but so
like
chips are tiny.
Yeah. It's like I watched them making a solar panel the other day, and it's like that. It's like this really little thin piece, and they lay it all out, and then they, do their coating, whatever, and then the machine like cuts it like a giant cookie cutter, and then you have these little tiny chips.
And the solar panel guys tried to tell me the other day I could walk on them solar panels on the roof. I said, "There's no way in hell I'm going to walk on these solar panels." Oh, they're strong enough to take that. They're not strong enough. I don't care. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
and they're slippery as Christ anyway. But I'm up there working around them. And
there you go. That's why you need boot prints on your solar panels.
Well, sometimes they'll put them all around it and leave a hole where there's not one panel for like a vent to come out of the roof. So how are you going to get to wrap that to wrap it so things can't get under it? We have to take a lift and go up there and go in the middle.
You can't go under them. Yeah,
you can't go under them. You can't get to them. Sometimes you have to take an actual JLG.
It should be like a rule that if they're going to do that, they need to wrap it while they're up there.
If I was them, I'd be wrapping it and charging it right there when you put them up.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Hey, then we'd have less business.
Oh, gee, you wouldn't be on roofs all the time. That would suck. I don't like it. I don't think you need to be on roofs on the regular. You're too old now.
I'm fun.
I can't even move around on the couch without making grunting noises. So anyway. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I got nothing. I feel a little bit less irritated, but I'm going to spend days working on this or just go buy a new one.
And what if it doesn't work? That's my thing. I don't know what's really wrong. Is it your computer? Is it the
Kentucky
system?
Speedway. There you go. Sky high inflation, chip shortages, supply issues forces Ford to store thousands of trucks. Kentucky Speedway.
Yeah. I remember that when they didn't have chips, and I'm like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah, I remember that a lot of people were having a lot of problems getting parts for a while because it wasn't just chips either because we don't make anything here. And if you couldn't find a new old stock somewhere, you were just out of luck. I mean, they were just like, but yeah, this is what I've been saying for a while. And, our medicine's coming out of China. We know what comes out of China. That would be like the last place we should have anything that we ingest coming out of. So, that needs to come back here.
Well, like the fellow I know here who produce the poisonous gas for transformers in China, and he has to keep going there and coming back and going and coming back. because they don't do it in this country. They like to do that arduous process over there, kill their people if they have a meltdown.
Yeah.
But that and all for
Well, that's how they
Transformers.
moved everything from the military lab in Texas, where the started, because they found out what they were doing, and then they took it to the Wuhan lab in China. And then Fauci and Obama were both over there having big conversations with them. There's pictures of them hugging up on the scientists in the Wuhan lab. And then remember the Chinese dudes that got busted with the vials on the plane? Oop.
That's all just. I think that's fact. Let me fact check that.
So yeah, they do this stuff. Remember the nasty leaking, whatever the hell that was, place in California that they busted, and then that was on the news for about 60 seconds, and then it disappeared.
Oof.
Pharmacies, yes. The byproduct, yeah, the mining. See, I don't know.
Yeah, and the mining is too another dirty little industry.
And, do I believe him or not? I don't know. Elon, he's still a big conundrum to me.
Yeah, I don't know if
he's an interesting creature, that one. But, he said that we can store all the waste from nuclear power plants right on site of the power plants. We don't need to do anything with it. It's that small of an amount. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know.
They turned Connecticut Yankee into a waste dump when they shut down the power plant itself.
Yeah, I know that.
And they started bringing stuff in there. What was that they were bringing in?
Well, they were saying it was radioactive material. Was it? I don't know.
Dead aliens.
I mean, I don't know. What do you believe anything the government tells you when they bring it in a sealed container under the cover of darkness and tell you, yeah, just don't go near it? Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't go near it, but do you know really what it is? No. Al Capone's body? I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. I mean, the government, I'm really happy that somebody's looking at it. I'm just really waiting for it to actually be dismantled, rebuilt in some kind of functional way that would serve us as it's supposed to.
Yeah, the trouble is, I'm not even sure it can happen without total meltdown. So
yeah, I know.
I don't know. It'd be nice.
But I also think that's part of why a lot of people are so sick, because the end isn't for everyone, as they have said from the beginning.
Ooh,
and
that sounds profound.
Well,
when you say it sounds profound. The end is.
I know. Everyone. Gold and silver everywhere, baby. There's this dude on YouTube. He grows silver, like pounds of it, like literally. Look him up. I don't know who he is, but he grows it in like a pot. But he's got like chemicals and some kind of inverter thing where he's got an electrical charge going to it, and I don't know, it looks a little bit scary to me, but he's growing a lot of silver, so it might be worth it.
We should start growing our own.
He does it. He grows silver. I don't know how this works. I don't know. But it's you've never seen him do that?
No.
He's got this whole lab set up. And
everything on the internet's not true,
Yeah, but you can do these things.
Grow silver.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You, Mr. Doubting Thomas.
I said maybe you can.
I'm telling you, you can. Believe me. Exactly.
Maybe you can. Why don't we grow more silver since we want it?
Because it's complicated and it's got dangerous things like electricity and chemicals involved.
Electricity's not dangerous.
Look, Jeff's laughing.
What's he laughing at? It's growing silver. So
Rob's seen it. All right, Jeff. Who's right, me or Doug? You can grow silver, or you cannot.
Say you cannot. I never said you can. I said that's interesting. Maybe so is what I said. That means maybe you can. Don't know. Never seen it happen.
I just cry because Jeff melts silver.
She does. Maria, I remember when back at
you cannot grow silver. Jeff says, nope, cannot do it.
Everyone, there you go. I don't know. I've never seen it, and it seems odd that you can grow a metal. Can you grow gold?
No.
No, definitely.
They haven't figured that one out. Well, they did figure it out, but it's not cost effective.
There was a guy here in town, Maria, when we moved here, that would take apart computers and mine all the metals.
Okay, he's in Missouri. See, I told you he was over there somewhere.
That's not an O state.
All right, but it's in between.
M-O, what's the difference? Couple letters.
They all sound the same to me.
Yeah, what you call a Missouri boat ride.
Oh, man. That's an awesome movie. Yeah, that's one of our favorite movies, Outlaw Josie Wales. We could watch that all day long, over and over.
I reckon so. Anyway, that guy in town.
Oklahoma. He has property in Missouri. See, I'm not that far off.
Is it a mine or something?
A mine? Sounds like 120 acres. Probably nice prairie land.
Ooh, probably it's a silver patch.
I don't know. Missouri got alligators. They wet.
I don't think Missouri. They got alligators in Missouri. No,
I don't know where the swamp.
See, I know that's
Louisiana. I know
your whole thing
scary.
Is you never know
Florida,
where any
it's pretty scary down there. They got way too many creepy crawlies in Florida. Yeah. Way too many. And they all want to eat you. I mean, at least here they aren't.
They don't want to eat you.
The alligators and the big snakes, yes, they do.
Big snakes want to eat people. Those are some big
Some
fucking snakes.
Some of them are pretty big. They've been trying to get rid of them. They got an invasion of
people eating snakes.
And lionfish and flesh-eating bacteria in the water. Florida's scary.
I say, look at this. William Mount is growing gold. You can grow. Let's grow gold. We can gold farmers.
You grow gold.
I heard a song the other day was about a farmer who has a low-flying plane, drop bales, and then
exactly wrong. Exactly.
What?
You gotta watch something when you give up TV.
I know. I watched TV and had commercials. It was weird the other day. Really weird.
Yeah.
Regular TV shows. Man, I'm not into it.
Yeah, depends where you live. I mean, I've been to Orlando. That was the first time I ever saw a cockroach. I was freaked out by that and never got over it. Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of creepy crawlies in Florida. I think there's more than there is here, but we got the bad ones here.
Well, they got the moisture, which really helps.
Yeah,
a lot of moisture.
See, that's the whole thing. The swamp thingy, anywhere with swamp is that scares me because they got the nasty leeches. I really don't like leeches. Yeah, West Palm Beach. I mean, that's kind of like Normalville, isn't it? Like,
no, the alligators can't go there. They can't get in. They don't have cars.
But I mean, it's like a lot of older people live there, and they've, cleaned it up, so it isn't like Swampville.
My brother lives in Florida. It's not Swampville.
No, because he lives in a rich community.
It's not rich.
Really?
Yes. It's a retirement community.
Yeah, the iguanas, man.
Yeah, he did have to have an iguana trapped out of his attic. He had
iguanas and geckos all over Florida.
I like iguanas. I've been keeping them for pets.
Copper. Well, I've been buying copper jewelry because it's just copper. They don't mix it with anything like they do with sterling. It's just copper.
I have the wrong glasses on. I cannot read this freaking chat.
Shapeshifters. Jeff, man, you're not quite as old as me, but you're getting there, dude. It's gonna happen. Just accept it. Go with the flow. It's gonna hurt, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, if I do get money, I don't dare to invest in much, right? If we get some money, but I would invest in probably some mining stocks.
Yeah.
Because copper, silver, gold, all that's not going to go away. Ever. Copper's way up in price too, I think.
Not unless we figure out how to
use
plasma.
When they're building houses out here, they have to build them out before they put any wire or pipes in. When they put plastic pipes, before they put wire, because they're stealing the wire right out of the framed houses now in Golden Valley.
Yeah.
So
Copper's gone.
They have to dry them in completely and then put the wiring in.
Yeah, our daughter Emma spent a semester in college in Australia, and I've never been more jealous of my own child ever because I've always wanted to go to Australia. And yeah, but I was nervous because there's so many really scary things there, and she
was in Melbourne. That's a lot like Palm Beach. There was no scary things in the city she was in. It's the second biggest city there.
There is a lot of really scary things there in Australia.
I saw. Mostly it was people she was partying with.
Yeah, that too. Hey, dude, we're all doing the best we can do. That's the way it goes. Unless you're willing to go get, the fillers and the plastic surgery and, work out and eat nothing but vegetables, which I understand is not your favorite. You're just going to have to accept it.
Yeah.
They come out with med beds. We can all be 30 again. 18-inch of copper fittings. The rest is plastic PEX pipe.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I didn't know what the actual codes were, Maria, but yeah, most of it's all that PEX. And I wonder why they just put, the fittings are all coppered out. Because I'm in there when they're half built.
Yeah, well, Jeff, we all have our cross to bear.
So are pennies copper?
Not anymore.
So when were they copper? Someone in the pawn world was my local
right.
pawn shop was buying.
We have a coin expert in the chat.
Was buying all these rolls of older copper pennies. And I don't know, who's the expert? Jeff. He does the coins. Hello.
Who's the expert?
Listen, I don't watch these people all like you do. I remember he's a coin guy though.
Grew up with Crocodile Dundee. That's funny. All right, Jeff. When did they stop putting copper in the pennies? See, Jeff, the other day when I was there for the coin roll deal, he had some brand new 2024 uncirculated rolls, and he's putting some away. And he's like, do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea? I'm like, well, I think it's a good idea. If Trump's really going to stop making pennies, that might be the last year of uncirculated, especially pennies. They may not have copper value, but they will have numismatic. Yeah, that word. Collectible. They'll be collectible. 1982, Rob says.
Okay, yeah, these were older than 82 then. And they must have been buying them because of the copper value. The guy bought like 8 rolls of them.
But yeah, that's why,
I don't know what he paid for
when
it.
I'm seeing copper jewelry, I've been buying it because
I guess
copper.
I'm in the safe.
I know, my copper jewelry is going in my safe with my silver. So, so if I'm outbidding you, it's just because it's going in my safe, man, all right? Just let me have it. Yeah, see, Maria agrees. Save the 2024s.
Ruthless. No one's friends when it comes to bidding.
Yeah, you're catching on, Jeff. Yep, those would be the med beds, but don't fall for it yet because they're not bad what they're doing. I fully believe in them. Tesla invented this. How long ago was Tesla around? A long time ago. And it's frequencies, and we are frequencies. And if you tune into the right one, you can fix anything you want. That doesn't mean that they haven't figured out how to mess around with DNA and everything else, too.
I don't trust them. I don't trust
anyone
anymore.
I don't trust the DNA thingies, but the frequencies I'm okay with. I mean, that's what I wanted to buy.
So you trust what they're going to say.
The Spooky 2, which is based on Tesla's frequencies, and it's a handheld home machine. They cost about $3,000, but you can fix anything. Don't use the CURE word because, YouTube hates that, but that's what they say. And look it up. Spooky 2, like
spooky,
like Halloween. And he called it that because it works with the quantum physics where the two, what are they? Not protons, the little ones.
Electrons, neutrons.
They're connected across everywhere. And if you get the right frequency and you get it all in tone, then
what do you think about Inspired? They sell we did that free thing where they're supposed to send it to your house. Yeah. Inspired. I don't know if that works. I don't think it's send it all over the world.
I think they can. That's what I wanted to do with the Spooky. It's a remote thing, and yeah, I believe in the quantum stuff. I think but just because I believe it doesn't mean everybody's doing it right. There's light therapy. They've had red light therapy for years and years and years. I had psoriasis really bad, and I used to go to a light box to get treated for it, and I'd literally get in for 10 seconds, and after a week, I'd go twice a week. After a month, I would be completely cleared and it wouldn't come back unless I got really stressed out, which is what causes these things. Because it's
so much that we bought our own tanning bed with the special bulbs, but then now it's gone.
Yeah, and then I couldn't buy the bulbs anymore because, you had to have a doctor's prescription for it, But yeah, light therapy and frequency, I believe they work. And I just think you've got to make sure you know what the frequencies are. You better know what they do because they can put out anything they want. Just remember that. Yeah, yeah. See, Jeff knows this stuff. This is what he does for a living, folks. Yeah, the Plex, yeah. He said, so far, no new pennies for this year. You've not made any but the proof set. Interesting. Yeah. You know, Trash Dog, I don't blame you, girlfriend. I don't blame you. You know, I mean, my understanding, there's different levels. I mean, like they say, there's 6,000 patents that they've, suppressed from us. And I don't doubt it. I'm 100% sure they know how to fix that big C thing. I'm 100% sure of it. And that we don't need to ruin our bodies and our bank accounts and our lives to do it. And it really sucks that people go through that, all of it, because I don't think they have to. Yeah, the steel pennies, yeah. I don't have any of those. But yeah, the med beds, yeah. I'm pretty sure we're going to start getting, we got to get the pharmacies shut down. I mean, I don't think we're ever not going to need some basic medicines, but I don't think, 80% of the population should be popping a pill or more daily. Or how many was your father on before they finally shut it off? About 20 a day. I mean, that's just insanity. Yeah. Yeah, coins are cool. I've always had assorted coins. I've never been a coin collector, but I've always kept foreign coins when I found them. And
yeah, we have foreign money we've got from people that we don't even know what it is.
Yeah, we don't even know what a bunch of it is.
Coins, bills, we got stuff we can't. I mean, we just sit down and have to research it. But
I tried doing some of it, but I don't have a cell phone to take pictures and do Google search with, so it makes it a little more hard to figure the right words to put in the search engine when you don't know what you're looking for.
Scribbly languages?
Yeah, can you tell me what this pretty language is with all the little dots and dashes? Because I don't know. Oh boy. Yeah, I like $2 bills. Always like $2 bills. Who was selling? I think it was Gary a while ago was selling Confederate money or something. That's pretty cool to look at, but that's not really worth that much.
We've got some Confederates. We've got some imitation. It's Confederate money, but it's made after that. It's imitation that was around my mom's collection or dad's, but it's not real, so it's not worth very much. But it's cool to have.
Yeah, the wheat pennies. We have a bunch of those. We have a bunch of pennies. Period.
Yeah, we do. We probably have that 1943 penny worth of money.
I don't think so.
Sitting in there. We could.
I don't think I have any steel pennies. I don't think I have any Indian head pennies. We have a lot of wheat pennies. Why? I don't like them. I don't want one. I have no need to be tracked 24/7. I sit in my living room. I don't need a cell phone. I just need them to
do Google searches.
Yeah, you know what? I can live without Google searches. I'm going to be living without a lot of stuff because I'm just not playing with the damn cell phone. I can't see it. I'm blind. I need glasses before I need a cell phone.
You could increase the phone.
And then I can see one sentence. I don't like cell phones. I just, no.
Don't look at me.
Don't like them.
I don't care.
I don't want nothing to do with them. Nope.
We're going to take bets, take numbers. Everyone get a number. How many years before Ellen breaks down and has a cell phone? How many months or years, should we say? You say years because she's pretty stubborn. Eventually, she's going to have a cell phone.
Well, how long has cell phones been out and I've never had one?
Whatever. The fact is, landlines are going to be obsolete. There will be no landlines.
No, they're going to, no. I'm telling you. Things are going back to basics.
You put that ringer phone back on the wall, ain't you? That ringer phone you found?
I love that ringer phone. I love it. Yeah, an old-fashioned regular phone.
Cord wrapped around the house. 30-foot cord on the receiver.
You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. I'm tired of learning new crap because guess what? The new crap doesn't work and it breaks all the time and you don't even know who to call. And when you call, you either talk to somebody that doesn't speak English or they just keep you in the freaking loop of telecommunication hell. So, I want a file folder. I'm good with that in my house. I know how to use a filing cabinet. I know the alphabet. I can do all that. And papers, I understand how those work. You know, that works for me. I know how to use green bar, folks. You know, it's really not that hard for accounting. That's why I'm saying they didn't pass the audit, so let's keep on going. That's just step one. We didn't get very far. Oh, you know, time to start printing it out and doing the balance of your checkbook on the back of your sheet. Most of the people here are too young to know that. Jeff's probably never seen that.
Time moves on.
I know, but just, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. You can all do what you want. Just leave me alone. Rolodex. Yeah, I had a index card file actually because we moved a lot and so did a lot of people that we knew because we were military. So I found it easier to just write a new index card for them and keep it in a box, like a recipe box, I still have it. See? I knew all that stuff and how to do, the watermarks. I worked in an office. I did all the, I knew how to, none of that means anything anymore. It's like, but nothing means anything anymore. It's a problem. They didn't replace it. They just took everything away and it's all like this big mushy mashy, nothing going right system. Well, I don't know what to call it. It's a mess.
Sweet baby. Oh.
It's just a mess. Things work better when you got papers and you can put your hands on them and say, look, see this? You did this. See?
Papers can be destroyed.
Yeah, well, so can computer files.
Talk
to Hillary Clinton.
Backup files.
Talk to Hillary Clinton.
Hey, let's not
talk to the FBI.
Here.
They've been destroyed. Talk to the Pentagon. We just smashed the building with a plane and make a whole section disappear. No big deal.
It wasn't hit with a plane.
Oh, I know. But, that's all we're allowed to say.
All right.
At least I think YouTube still allows us to say that a plane smashed into the Pentagon.
Because it wasn't if you get a strike for talking smack like that.
Yeah, I don't care. Pretty soon I won't be able to get on anyway because the computer won't do anything. So, anywho.
Now your head hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, we got to order food. We got to order pizza or we won't get
pizza.
it.
We got to order it. They close early.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
This is Dolan Springs. We don't know 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock pizza.
We got to order before 5:30 or we ain't getting pizza for dinner.
I'm not getting that, meat lovers. It gives me meat sweats. We'll get hamburger and onion.
All right. We can do hamburger and onion.
Peppers.
No peppers.
Jalapenos.
No peppers. All right, you guys. You know where to find us. I'll be back. I'll do an auction on Wednesday selling something. Don't know what. Really got to figure that out. And then I'll be live again on Friday. So, yeah, we bumped our times back a little bit so more of you guys can show up. And hopefully this works better for you. Y'all been here a while. So, thank you. Definitely appreciate you.
Yep.
And we'll try to work on outdoors and get a better setup, and maybe we can take you outdoors and do something more interesting.
We gotta do more.
Well, we can sit on the back porch at least.
Well, we can do that, but we've just got to set up. But I told you
I know.
This did not happen, and seeing this thing's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, this doesn't like.
We need
when I order my new laptop, I'll make sure it has an outdoor screen.
Anti-glare. The new one. Let's get online tonight.
All right, guys, we're going to head out and order pizza. Y'all have fun. Yeah, when's a good time, Maria? I don't like to call you because I don't know when you're sleeping and what your work schedule is. So I don't call people because I don't know when's a good time usually. I'm usually free here.
If she had a cell phone, Maria, you could just text her and say, "Hey, call me."
Well, she could hit me up on Discord.
If on Discord, if she was there, but cell phones are
She
so
can hit
good.
me up on X. All my links are below the video.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you. It's always good to hear from you. Love your input.
I hope your meatballs came out good.
You made us order pizza.
Yeah, we're having pizza. No, that was Jeff. Jeff ate the pizza.
The meatball started. A meatball pizza would be good too.
Meatball pizza. There you go. Well, we have meatballs. So if we order pizza, we can put our own meatballs on it.
I'm not putting Vinny's pizza. That's good pizza.
All right. Tell people bye.
Goodbye. Hey, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming. Sending much love.
After 4
God.
weekdays. Okay. Today is not going to work because I do have a lot of things I do have to get done. You're welcome, Trash Dog. But after
and I can send you a bird easily. Just send me your address.
On weekdays, I can do that. So good. I don't want to wake you up.
Hello, wake up.
Well, she works nights.
I know.
I
know you never know when people sleep. I feel that way.
Yeah, because some people sleep early, some people sleep late. It's a weird thing working nights, and you got to work it for your life. So, you got dogs and kids and things, and All right, as always, guys, sending much peace.
I'm not gonna do it.
Love
I started it.
and harmony. From Petrichor Ranch in Arizona.
Goodbye.
Get some sun. Find a reason to smile.
Getting longer and longer there.
Big hugs.
Gotta get the last word in.
I can't sign out on my computer. You have to do it over here, see?
No.
Bye, guys.
Obviously, we need pizza.
No, we're good with pizza. We're perfectly fine with that. I don't want to cook
I'm definitely
anyway.
good. Yep. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Sunday pizza.
Bye, guys.